Well, here we are, 5 hours from home. I'm just outside of Leeds and this is Winterset Fisheries. It is 28 acres of bliss. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm here for the next couple of nights with Alex Lister and my good dog. It's an incredible fishery, brand new day ticket coming out. Oh, I cannot tell you how excited I am to get started. We walked round, we met Ben and Damien, spent about 2 hours walking around it after we got here. I haven't really seen much to go on either, to be fair. So we're going to head up to the top, up there, on the point. Alex, I think, is going to fish in the bay because he knows there's a few in there. I'm going to fish out into open water and we're going to try and pick something off. But if not, we're going to move. And that's what it's all about, fishing these bigger venues. You've got to get ready to move. And as you can tell, he's fidgeting. So I'm going to get off and I'll see you in a bit. Arriving to the venue fairly late, and after walking it around with the current owners, we fell in love with the place. But that did mean we'd not wasted a lot of time because we did look for fish. However, it meant we was in a rush to get the rods out and darkness was quickly approaching. But we got everything out as best we could. We knew there was a few fish in the area, but sadly the morning came round far too quickly with no action. We had a look and we had to move. There was no other choice. The fish had gone. And on a pit like this, you've got to put in the effort. Having found fish down the far end, it was an easy decision to make. We had to pack up and move. Fresh rigs were sorted, we found a couple of spots, and bait was put in preparation for the night. The day had somehow got just away from us once again, but the second night soon came around. We noticed a few fish were in the bay, just round tucked to my right, and it was going to be rude not to place a rod there. And it certainly didn't take long before I got my rewards. Well, I think that was one of the quickest bites I've ever had. I was literally just setting the bobbin and it pulled up just at I don't know, a quarter of an inch. And I sort of looked and Alex went, "Oh, what, are you in?" I think so. And then we watched him run to it for about 2 minutes. Didn't know what was going on. It was so sudden. Didn't make sense. Whatever it is, I ain't scrapping hard. It might be a fair little one. It's taking me right in the reeds. I literally pop back to the van, take the dog, stretch his legs really. And in that bay to the right, there was a couple times, there was a lot of sort of smaller fish as well. But whatever was there, I just thought, oh, I've got to get a rod on it really, it'd be rude not to. We've made all this effort to track all the way down the lake. It seems silly. So we come back, Alex kindly lent me one of his poles. So I put it just off the reed, so I can just sort of get further around the reed. And I'm fishing him fairly solid as well, you know. First bite from a venue though, you never really want to bully him in, do you? You know, you always want to A, enjoy the fight, but B, actually get it in. £22.10. Absolute. Look at that. What a fish. What an absolute perler. I'm made up with that.
You're speechless though.
I am, mate. I feel we've angled hard for this, we've moved. We've been second guessing everything we've done. We weren't expecting it to be easy, but I don't know. I had a good feeling when I come up here. And then the first night drawing and it was slow, nothing happened. And then you start double guessing everything, don't you? And then when you get one like this in the net, yeah, that's why we do it. Absolutely made up. Winterset Fisheries, come on. There we go. Take them good gulps, buddy. Well, in all honesty, it had been a mad start to the day, and one I don't think either of us were expecting. I'd had 3 fish up to now. I did slip 2 bags so I could deal with a bigger one. Well, the biggest of the morning so far. 19 pound, gorgeous looking fish. 3 bites, 3 different spots, all within the space of about 10-15 minutes. Absolutely made up with this morning, and there might be a bite left to add yet, but I'm going to get him back and yeah, put the kettle on, I think. Mega. Winterset Fisheries, thank you. It's really bizarre, all this rig nonsense in it us anglers go through. You either think you found the perfect rig, or you're not sure what to use, or you're looking for the latest trend. And probably for the last year or so, I've exclusively for pop-up presentations been using the Ronnie. When I woke up here that first morning, I hadn't had anything, but it just got me thinking about the big pit I used to fish some 7-8 years ago. And I always used to go to this rig, and I'm not the inventor by any stretch, but it was something I always used and always done well on. But then for whatever reason, I just fell out of love. I suppose I used the bottom baits a lot, so I just sort of forgot all about it really. But just that nostalgia of this place brought back from that big pit made me tie one up, just randomly. And then when I found some fish, it was in my box, and I was like, oh, let's give it a whirl, you know, let's see if it's as good as I remember. Let's see if I'm going to get the hook holes like I am with the Ronnies. And yeah, it's been working, it's great. And it's nice just to do something different. I like to keep challenging myself, and I didn't like how my chod sat, so I messed around and started tying up and using these. And then I never looked back. And then it was actually a toss-up last night, I'm telling a lie there. I didn't find the fish and then come back and use this rig. I sat here with this rig and a Ronnie, and I said to Alex, I don't know what to use. I'm half tempted with that, but I'm catching a lot on the Ronnies, my confidence in the Ronnies. So he, being the wally he is, literally picked up a stick and said, right, you've got to guess what stick my hand's in. If you guess right, you've got to use this. If you guess wrong, you get that. Shock, I guessed wrong, and I had to use this. So I used this, and then literally within a minute, 2 minutes of that rod being out, up popped an original 22 pound, and I was just like, sold. Let's get back on it. So now I'm going to tie up a few in ready for if we get more action, and just while I've got them in the box really. I think that's key with any rig, whatever you've got your confidence in, make sure there's plenty in your box, because you never know how your session's going to pan out, whether you're going to have a red letter day, whether you're going to end up in a tree, whether you're going to get snagged, whatever. Just keep stuff ready. So we've just gone past mid-morning and it got very quiet. Alex and I are pretty certain the fish had moved off, so it was the perfect time for me to reel the rods in, get the lines out of the water and get the bait out there. Got one more night ahead of us, so I wanted to get the rest of my bait out on the spots. And yesterday I put more out on sort of the middle rod, but that only done the one bite. The left hand done 2, so I've given that a little bit more this time. I've also gone from a small up to a larger spom, just to make it easier for myself and not take a lot of time. But yeah, very simple spomming. It's very close ranges, it's not far at all. And I'm sort of spreading the bait a little bit. Hemp, corn, your boilies, and just getting that mix just on the edge of that fresh weed. So very simple stuff. And yeah, fingers crossed, we can have another repeat tonight and a couple more fish. So all I'm going to do now, single sticks in for the rod so I can spread my rods out a bit better and have a bit of a different line angle and allow me more room. And then after having something to eat, it was going to be time to go and see Alex. Well, I just done a talking piece saying I'm gonna put a load of bait out because there's inactive. And then what's happened, Mr. Lister?
Well, that inactivity, you've just pushed me my way, I think. The perfect timing. Couple of bleeps on the rod and yeah, fishing, not a loose clutch because there's a bit too much weed, but quite tight and the rod has just jammed up. And we are now playing a fish a random time, really. Well, what we thought was a random time, but it's working out quite nicely for me. In actual fact, I was just thinking exactly the same as Dan, thinking about getting a bit of grub in. But this one's just sort of interrupting, which is always quite nice. So, well, he's a little bagger, that one is.
Yeah, I don't understand what bagger means either, guys.
Yeah. Hang on, hang on. Yes! Yes! Yes!
You haven't told them about the drone yet, Alex.
Eh?
We haven't told them about the drone yet.
Well, the trip started off ridiculous. We woke up the first morning and I started looking for fish climbing up trees and bits and pieces, which we did have the footage for, but unfortunately we took it for a little drive and yeah, the other side of the lake, and it lost signal, and basically, ironically, I'm now fishing the swim that the drone has gone in. So we're due a bit of luck and fingers crossed we get a bit more luck, but this is turning out to be a much more pleasurable trip. And at the end of the day, nobody died, everyone's still healthy, just minus a drone. Well, that is what makes this place so special. Not only have you got an amazing complex in terms of scenery and just a beautiful place, you've got some wicked fish like this. Just over £20 with some absolutely stunning scales. I'm so chuffed with that one. It's been an epic morning, seeing Dan catching plenty. And then when mine rattled off and this one went over the cord, I was pretty chuffed to say the least.
So, Winterset Fisheries, compromising of 3 lakes, and that's Winterset, which is 105 acres, and that's currently run on the syndicate. Botany Bay, it's around about 3.5, and that's a day ticket, perfect for if you want to get a bend in the rod. Cold Hiendley, I believe is the correct pronunciation, 28 acres and 15 swims, so everyone's got plenty of room. 3 rods maximum, and again, like I say, you could easily fish 5, 6 rods out of these swims. There's so much to go at. So in the middle, you've got sort of depths of 20 foot, especially at this dam end, and it sort of sleeps down, a bit of a sort of a V shape, I guess. Now, predominantly what I found, it's very soft substrate, a bit of silt, a bit of weed. There are harder patches to be found though as well, but don't be afraid to fish in the soft stuff. Stock wise, we're looking around about 200 fish, I believe. Now, some of the originals, they'll blow you away. They are unbelievable, very old, very scaly and wrinkly things, And some of these are pushing sort of low 30s at the moment, 30, 31, I believe, a couple like that. And there's one they reckon that might come out as well, similar size. Now, the other thing to note is the ongoing stocking policy here. The guys from 5 Star Fisheries are stocking an incredible head of carp, and these are as scaly as you like. They're not your standard fish. They look as good as the originals, and there's not many venues you can say that about. All in all, for a day ticket complex, like I say, it's been newly taken over as well by Ben and Damien. And what they're doing with this place and what they want to create, it's very natural. It's got that big pit, rugged feel to it, which I love. And it's getting harder and harder to find in the UK. But like I say, ongoing, they are going to be putting maybe a couple more swims in, so maybe up to about 18 swims, something like that. But they love the fact it's going to be overgrown. They want it to be how it is now, even in the future, and I think that's fantastic. Very rich in wildlife, very rich in vegetation, and it's extremely mature. The naturals in the lake will just blow your mind. But all in all, I think I often get asked, you know, what is your favourite catch venue? And it's very different. It depends how I want to fish. It depends on sort of what I want to target. But this is going to take some beating. And I think, yeah, if you want to come, whether it's a night, I mean, it's up in Leeds, so whether you're local and you just want to come for a night, or whether like me, I've come from Devon, so I've got a couple of nights at my disposal. But you will fish this, and you probably won't want to fish many other places after. It's got a syndicate club feel about it. It's just, it really is astonishing, and it's got to be up there, I think, with one of my best. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And what's more, I get to bring the dog as well. So could it get any better than that? I mean, come on. The fish in here are astounding. And even if you don't catch a couple, you'll be sure to have a great time. Come on, dog, let's go. Well, Mr. Lister. What a mega trip. Thank you very much for having me up your half of the country, I guess.
There's some remarkable fisheries up north, mate.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. We don't often get out to fish and film together. And well, if they're going to all be like this trip, I think we might have to do a few more, to be honest.
Definitely. You know what, this place is, we go to a lot of special lakes, don't we? And we go to a lot of nice lakes. We go to a mixed lakes.
Very lucky.
And there is something slightly different with this. Like, you know, I treat them all with respect. I love going to all of them. This almost feels like, I know it's been fished for many, many years, but it's like an untapped water, isn't it?
No, I'd agree.
You know, you feel like you're the first ones fishing it. We're not, but you have that element to it, don't you?
I think the way the guys have got so much passion, and the way, like, even this when we were in there, the reeds have been sort of freshly cut and sort of it's been widened up to make it accessible. It almost feels like we've done it. Do you know what I mean? It almost feels like we've carved this area. It's
they're my footprints going in and out constantly in the mud. Like,
it is. You put in your own little stake on it, I guess. No pun intended with a barbecue. But no, and the stock speak for themselves. I don't need to keep banging that home, but it really is something that's missing in modern day carp fishing, I think, and spending it with you and the dog the last couple of days, it's just given me a buzz. I'm already fishing, it gives me a buzz to get fishing again.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And, you know, with there's so many aspects to talk about this lake, isn't it? You know, the area that it's in, you know, there's the woodlands behind us, there's, you know, there is public footpath down a dam. It doesn't interfere with you, you know, it's quite pleasurable. We've been chatting to people, we've been seeing people, you know, and then you go onto the fish stocks, and when they get on you, don't they?
Oh, mate, it's interesting to watch as they sort of dip in and out of the water, and we've seen them push off our pressure, we've seen them come back in, we've seen them fizz in, and wall, you're away, you've got to take, you know. I hope we do this place justice, because this has really been a breath of fresh air for me on this trip.
Definitely. There's just something in the air about the place, like, I don't want to leave.
I think anyone that wants to try and experience something different, this is the place to come.
Definitely.
I honestly think that.
Yeah. And, you know, when, I mean, I might waffle here a little bit, but like, when you say different, it's still got everything you want, hasn't it? And more.
Yeah.
It just offers so much to you. You know, the style of fishing, the type of fishing, you know, you know, as you come to a 28-acre lake, I'm sort of thinking, well, I'm going to have to spool up on the tapered line. I've been busy, I haven't had a chance to do that, and I'm sort of thinking I'm going to have to be whacking it into the distance. You know, I've had a rod 4 rod lengths off the bank. We've seen them in the margins, we've seen them out in the middle, we've seen them short, we've seen them all over the place, haven't we? You know, and the good thing is, once, you know, a lot of, it was effort, you know, we've moved pegs, but the most important thing is when we got on and we caught them.
Oh, without a doubt. And that's what this place kind of drums home, that ethos, effort equals reward, you know. You might get lucky, you might turn up in your swim, drop on fish, and you've had it off straight away, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it kind of, I like getting in my waders, I like walking out and placing my rods, and there's plenty of swims you can fish straight from the bank, you don't need to get in your waders, but for me, I like feeling like I'm earning something. I guess I almost tried to make it tough for myself. I don't know. You just get that sense of achievement, I think, you know?
Yeah, like that reward is just slightly higher, isn't it? You know, you've had a 22. I mean, you've had 5 fish, haven't you? Up to 22, I think. Yeah. And even,
it's not over tonight, mate. Tonight is the night of the 30. I can feel it. One of us, I can feel it.
Well, that will just already top what's been a remarkable session, won't it?
Ben described it as a sleeping giant, and I think that's exactly what this is. They have taken it, the plans they've got, the fish that are here, the fish that are coming through. This is going to be a remarkable day, and a day to get complex, and it's just been left for however many years, and they took it. They've got a lot of work to do, don't get me wrong, but my God, is it going to be more phenomenal than what it is now.
Definitely.
But we'll get tuck in, and hopefully we'll have a bite for you before we leave.
I can't sit here with that smell any longer, Dad.
I woke up first about 5, then I dozed off again. I looked at my alarms, nothing had happened. And then I dozed off, and then I was like, oh, you know, that might be a bit of fizzing I've saw because it flattened off. So I come out, and I've moved all my rods. So I've just been chasing fizzers. So I thought, well, the left-hand rod's still on the bait because that's the one that done the bite. The other 2, I've just been jumping around chasing fizzers. Spent most of my morning out in the waders having a look at the water. And I thought, I ain't seen the cameraman, Mr. Lister, what's he doing? Maybe he's had a couple. And lo and behold, he walks into my swim and my middle rod is just absolutely ramped off. But yeah, it just shows you, you know, even if you have committed to a spot with some bait, don't be afraid to pull off. We're due off here in about 3 hours or so. So I thought, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Just, yeah. Get the rods on some fish from what I could see with the fizzing, and here we are. Oh, how about that? That's a nice one. £18.12. But I know it's a bit of a cliche in this world. The weight is irrelevant with this. Pulled off my baited spot, a single onto some fizzing, and this rattled off pretty quickly. Winterset, you have been very kind to me. And you're without doubt one of my favourite venues I think I've been to. Beautiful fishing, incredible fish. And what's more, Alex has got 2, so we're going to go and look at them. And I'm going to slip this one back. Thank you.
Right, how about that? 24-4, the first of 2 fish this morning. This just is absolutely mega. A wicked, long, mean fighting machine. Give me a right good fight under the tip. Wiped out the other rod. Total carnage, got it in the net, and the other rod rattled off straight away. So I'm excited to show you that, so I will get that one out now. 2315 of an amazing looking mirror. Lovely Lydia, which has just blown me away. In terms of this morning, it's just been a different level. 220s, mega brace, and I am absolutely chuffed with that. In terms of tactics of this one, I caught a couple on singles yesterday and I thought they're having a bit of bait, and I did stick a few boilies over the top last night just to make sure I was fishing as effectively as I can. And yeah, this is the result this morning.
Oh, mate, he's gone.
I see.
Long gone.
Okay,
I'll do one of you.
Come stand here. Yeah.
This is stupid.
Down here.
Just can start talking.
Well, Dan, this has been an amazing morning to share with you, mate. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. We're blessed to come here. It's been remarkable,
Mate,
mate.
it has been an amazing session. Can't believe I'd never heard of Winterset before, if I'm honest. With fishing like this on offer, carp like this up for grabs, people, you need to get down there.
We have got the drone above us because it's a nice little parting shot. We're practically done, aren't we?
Pack up, hit the road, go and check our footage out.
Yeah, man.
Made a lot of memories. Been amazing.
Definitely. Want to finish it off?
Well, I'll tell you, this has finished it off, my friend. Winterset, thank you. Book now on Catch, guys. You won't regret it. But we're going to get these back. See you next time.
That was nice, man. Well done.
That was a saving off. I felt him down here, touched my foot, and I was like, go! You're mine!